Hello, hello, I'm Sasha of Sasha Makes Cards, and today I am here with Whimsy Stamps sharing this super fun and easy birthday card I created featuring the Doggie Flight Stamp Set, the Yay Word and Shadow Die Set, and the It's Cloudy Stencil. Now, since I'm using the Cloudy Stencil today and I want to create a simple sky themed card, I started by stamping the image of the dog in the airplane using Sasha Stamp Intense Black ink, which is perfect for alcohol marker coloring, onto a 100-pound Hammermill cardstock. Stamping it a few times and applying pressure to make sure I get a nice crisp image. Now, something I love about the stamp set are all the different banners it comes with. So it comes with the happy birthday banner, be mine, I love you, and thank you, which makes it very easy to customize your cards and projects to suit whatever occasion you are looking to create for. Today, since I'm creating a happy birthday card, I chose the happy birthday sentiment and stamped it onto the tail end of the plane so it looks like the banner is flying with the plane. Since I plan on coloring the banner, I stamped it using the same ink and in the same way as I stamped the dog image, using the Sasha Stamp Intense Black ink, stamping it a couple times and applying pressure to make sure it is a nice crisp impression. Once I am ready, I then use my spring assisted scissors to fussy cut the image out. To match the blue ink that I'm going to be using to create the sky, I decided to color the image using a red, yellow, and a neutral gray color combination, making an overall primary color themed card. I'm going to be using my Woohoo alcohol markers to color the image, which I've created this little color combination chart for, which you saw up on the screen. Feel free to pause the video, take a screenshot, and refer back to that if you would like. When coloring with alcohol markers, I work from my darkest color to my lightest color. For the yellow, I start from Y070, moving on to Y050, then Y040, and then lastly to Y030. For the red color combination, I start with R8, then going to R2, then R3, and then lastly R1. As for the neutral gray color combination I'm using to color the dog itself, I start with CG070, moving on to CG050, to CG030, and then lastly to CG020. Once I'm happy with my coloring using the alcohol markers, I then use my Prismacolor Premier colored pencils to add some finishing touches to the image. To create the background for this card, I start by placing my A2 card base onto a sticky mat, and then taking my stencil, the It's Cloudy stencil, and placing it over top of that. I can then start ink blending the background using a blue ink. For this, I'm using Salty Ocean Distress Oxide. I start by placing the cloud stencil at the top of my card and ink blending with a heavy hand to create a nice dark sky at the top. Gradually ink blending a lighter sky as I go down the card to create a nice gradient. In between the layers of clouds, I make sure I adjust and rotate my stencil as to achieve a nice varied sky. Now all that's left to do is to glue some things together and then the card is finished. Off camera, I die cut the Yay and Shadow Word die set. I die cut the Yay sentiment from a scrap piece of white cardstock and the shadow from a scrap piece of black cardstock, and then glued the letters onto the shadow using some liquid adhesive. Then to finish off the card, I simply glued down, using the same liquid adhesive, the sentiment and the doggy image onto the sky ink blended background we created. And that is the completed birthday card. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out the description below for a complete list of the Whimsy Stamps products I used to create this card, as well as links to both my social media and the Whimsy Stamps social media. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.